What is going on YouTube as well? I'll do a little intro here for those that are watching the VOD. What we have here is the finals of the Timaeus Cup for Etheria Restart. Now, the first round of this was over on Timaeus' channel, who is actually joining me right now. Timaeus, say hello.
Hello.
Yep, we got Timaeus with us. I don't have him on screen because I'm stupid, essentially. So we're going to have his voice in the background, and then we are going to be having a special visitor who is Jack. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. What's the official title of Jack? Director?
Game producer for
Game producer for Etheria Restart will be joining us later on for a bit of an exhibition match as well. So yeah, we're into our final four with this one. So we're going to have two finals where two of the competitors play off against each other, and then the winners of those two matches will be placed against each other in a best of 5 round to find out who is the winner, and then the winner of that will have a special final boss gym leader to battle, which we will take a look at, and that will be a bit of fun. But that is what we are doing in this one. The first match will start in about 15 minutes. So we're just going to get in here, answer any questions you guys have, and just sort of chill out for a little bit. But is there any mega details that I missed? Maybe give us a roundup of who the participants are in this one, Timaeus.
Yeah, so today is day 2, of course, top 4, and we've got 4 amazing players. Keker, Lobo, Shiny, and Sandalphon. Now, the Timaeus Cup, obviously, we had content creators from around the world alongside top guild members. And currently, on day 2, we've got all guild members only, all right? So, unfortunately, all the content creators were knocked out on day 1. Seishizo did come very close. It was actually a tiebreaker match at the end. But, yeah, so today, 3 members are from Scarlet, the global guild, which Vulcan are in. And we've got Shiny as well, who I believe is from Big, the #1 EU guild. So it should be top tier gameplay today.
Yeah, so a lot of fun, and we will probably do a lot more of these tournaments along the way. If you guys didn't see day 1 over on Timaeus' channel, the game has a really good function where you can just create your own rooms to do real-time arena battles with people, and then other people can join in and spectate. So we're not like trying to, you know, record people's screens and stuff. We're just doing this all from in-client on my side, and we just jump in and we watch the whole system. The game's got the built-in pick and ban, so it's absolutely fantastic for stuff like that. Now, just let us know, guys.
I like out there.
I was just going to say, let us know if there is any issues with the audio or anything like that. We'll try and fix it up in the next sort of 13 minutes before we start round 1.
Sounds good.
What were you saying, Tim?
Get the guys to I was going to get the guys to start getting ready. And also, don't forget, there's going to be a code. I know the closed beta is coming to an end, but there is going to be a code that you can redeem for another 10 free pulls. A lot of people got the SSR from yesterday's 10 free pulls, so don't miss out on today's either.
Okay, okay. I think I've got the code here. Wait.
Yeah, I DM'd you.
Yeah, you DM me, so let's put it in both chats. If you are playing the beta, you can go ahead and get another temple. Let's just go do that now right here on mine, actually. Let's go summons. Oh, wait, no, we got to put the code in. Settings, other, redeem code. There it is. Let's see. Successful. All right, let's go to the mail. Dude, like, guys, let me just show you guys my luck here. If we go to my characters and we filter by SSRs, I have pulled every support in the game aside from one, which is Veronica. I've pulled every SSR support, and I have pulled 0 DPS except for Lian, who's the one you start with, and if we consider Tiamat a DPS, because I got it from the selector. Besides that, I've pulled just about every support and no DPS. It's killing me, and we're out of time in the beta, so I'm not going to be able to use anything I pull here, but hey, let's see if we can get a DPS. Let's go. Yellow? I did get an SSR on my last 10 pull, so you know what? We've only got 1 day. Is that correct? Only 1 day left of beta, Tim?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and pop some of these gems. Then I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna use all.
I'm not gonna be using them if the beta's ending. We may as well pop them here.
True.
You know what is something very interesting to see? This beta, like, I don't think. Yeah, we didn't really get any excessive rewards in this beta like we did in the last one. Like, they weren't giving us stuff in the in the mail every day. So I don't think, besides maybe a couple of little things, this was pretty much the actual expected income of the game for your first, 8-9 days?
Yep.
Okay, let's see how many pulls I've actually done. Now, I have when it comes to actual release, I won't be using gems on pulls because, I'll be wanting those gems for a longer period. But this one, I did use gems. But just to give you an idea, I've also been max refilling every day and buying maximum arena tickets every day, which is another 1,200 per day that I've been using. And we are still going. So that is 100 pages, which is 500 summons. Dude, how many summons have we done? And once again, I'm completely free to play in this. So
oh my God.
This is a look at the kind of summon income you can have. Now, once again, there we go, 126 pages. So what's that? Tim, math me out. Is that 600?
160 times what? Times 5?
126 times 5.
Times 5.
Someone math that out.
600.
630. 630. There you go.
630. Yeah.
630 summons. That's not too bad in a week and a bit. Thanks, guys in chat. You guys got me covered. We're in the last day. They've had a scrolling message in the RTA that says it's ending. Now, I believe so. The guys are getting set up, are they, Tim?
Yep. I made the room.
Oh, you made the room. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Do the last pulls. Oh yeah, shit. Where is it? Wait, give a quit. I gotta quit doing every red dot now. Yeah, we're at that end period. I'm not gonna be able to play any more real-time arena matches. For those who are wondering how I went, I played 103 real-time arena matches. I went 19-13. MVP, definitely Victor. Absolute beast for me because I had no other DPS, so I built Victor. And we kind of finished at rank 12 at the moment. There's about an hour or two left before the real-time arena closes. That was how we went. Iske is actually a streamer. What do we say he is? Is he Brazilian? Is that correct?
He's Brazilian.
Something like that. Yeah. So you can search him on Twitch if you want. I think he's been rank 1 on global normal arena and in real-time arena, which is all servers combined, which is a pretty big achievement. Let's go ahead and pop this another 10 pull. I kind of want to listen. I'm going to save 1,000 just because I will do my refills for today anyway. Let's do another one.
Let's see.
Come on, guys. Let's do another one.
Oh, hey, Sarah, welcome.
Now,
double raid.
Now, Sarah, I was screen sharing with Tim a little bit earlier. Sarah, I really appreciate it, but Tim's like, "Is that Sarah?" And so we got to know, was this you? Was this one you? Because you did get me in the end. Yeah, did I see your thingy? Yeah, is that it? Yeah. you got me. You finally got me in the end. No, good job. Nice. Okay, guys, I want to show you guys the pettiness of myself. I am a very petty person sometimes, and it can come out in games like this. So, as you can see, our good friend Frosting, I don't know who Frosting is, but in this game, in Arena, I try and spread my attacks so I don't just keep nuking someone down because it doesn't feel good. I feel like there should be some systems to limit that in the game. I think that would be really nice. So because you can do up to 15 attacks per day. And if you're doing 15 attacks into one person and nuking them, it kind of sucks. But Frosting made the decision to come and, go me pretty hard here with a bunch of attacks. So me being the mature person I am, I came back at Frosting and I went in with more. And that is the pettiness of the arena. Then Iske, who is rank 1, decided to do the same thing. And I discovered I couldn't beat him, so I didn't do it back. And that's pretty much where we're at. But there we go. Massive shout out to Sarah as well for giving me a few points on top of that. Now, did I ramble on for long enough, Tim, that we are almost there? Actually, I think I had another summon to do because
close.
We kind of got to get a summon happening. Dude, I'm only getting last temple. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Watch me get a DPS that I won't be able to build in time.
Let's take a look. Was Sarah feeding? No.
It's going to be a support. It'll probably be Veronica so I can complete the Pokedex of supports.
believe. You gotta
No,
believe.
it's a dupe. It's a dupe. It's a dupe. Already got Celine's. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Just cannot pull any DPS on the game for me. Hopefully I get a couple on launch. I am not part of the people competing. No. It's easier to just make it look like you're really, really good by casting and never competing, so you don't get to see me lose. Is the strategy there? Me and Tim both in the same boat there.
The Vulcan's actually top 5 in Arena and RTA. All right.
No. I'm 12th in RTA. I'm 12th. I'm not doing that good. I'm not doing that good. I did get up to 9th and then got farmed. Are we good to get started?
Yeah, we are. We got everyone ready now. Come join the room. It's I made it.
We're in Timmy's room. Okay, I'll request. Let me get the code. All right, this is going to be... So who is going to be the first game? Okay, you got everyone in here? No, just us. Okay.
No, us plus... No, the players are ready.
Okay, they're all ready to go. Look at them go. Okay, so we've got Keker and Sandalphon. Now, from yesterday's early rounds, Keker went undefeated, so he ended up in P1, essentially. And Sandalphon was one of the other players who had 3 wins. And how did we decide that he was 4th?
Yeah, that's right. He won the tiebreaker against... Seishizo, so ended up
to get in.
4th. Yeah.
Yep, so he snuck in. So this is like essentially 1st versus 4th. Then we'll go on to 2nd versus 3rd. And then we'll go into the match between the winners. Now, this is a best of 3. So these guys will play at minimum 2 matches, 2 games to find out who's going to be the winner. And then the grand final will be a best of 5. So let's jump in and see how this goes. Are they good to go?
Okay,
here we go. Beautiful. I'm just going to hide my head for a sec so it doesn't get in the way of some of the pick and ban phase stuff. So you guys won't see my head for a minute. But that's probably a nice relief to you guys for a little break. But once again, this is all in-game client. So we're just watching it in a room. So we get pre-bans. Now, they are both banning a rare unit, which are the blue ones, because we just don't have a big enough roster yet. So no one's going to pick those anyway. But the big bans that we do have in this one... We've got Marvel getting banned by Sandalphon, and we've got Grey getting banned by Keker. Now, these guys would have watched each other's games yesterday to know who their big picks are, and the first pick coming out from Keker is going to be Messiah. This guy hits like an absolute truck.
Yeah, we definitely saw some increased usage in Messiah near the end of yesterday, round 3, round 4. And Sandalphon is going to pick up Freya plus Lily, so getting all of these top-tier, high-impact supports. Yeah,
definitely. Lily, my MVP, 100%. And they do have the protected 3rd pick, so the 3rd character that both players pick is protected from the final ban phase. So Tiamat coming out, and then locking in the sustain with the Sanya over there. So that's a pretty good combo. I like that from Keker, pretty solid list at the moment, but we do get the guaranteed Heinrich in there. Now, Heinrich is a great counter to, honestly, both of those DPS. We got block buffs, so Messiah can't get his invincibility, and we got block buffs and heal block for Tiamat, so she can't do basically any of her stacking.
Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday with Tiamat. You really want to make sure you secure your healer, because we saw so many games that they just basically banned a healer and the Tiamat did not transform. Yeah, we see the double healer coming out.
Double healer coming out, but we do have 2 very potent DPS options, plus the Hell Kid for extra shielding. Up the top, we do have the Kraken. Okay, definitely banning the Hell Kid so that they can keep that Kraken in action. And then banning the Lily. Lily is often people's fastest character, so she's just a very potent support in general. So let's get my ugly mug back in so you guys can enjoy the beauty that is me. Anyway, let's just keep going.
So who gets the first? It's
Heinrich. Okay, Heinrich is very, very fast. I would love to be able to actually see speeds on these guys, but...
Yeah.
So Heinrich gonna get those block buffs. Yep, okay, so we got the block buffs on 3 of them. Now we're doing these buffs.
Looks like missed Ling Luo completely.
Yep. So Linglo did get that debuff there, though, so we're just in the attack buff phase. Now we do have Sanya, probably just going to do a basic attack here, get a cleanse on the Messiah. The Messiah really wants to cleanse that block buffs, otherwise he can't get his invincible.
For sure. And this Kraken, of course, is going to have to put in quite some work. as well. So we see the Doki Doki push, and ooh, they are cutting.
Yeah. So now we're going to see the
with
full.
the AoE.
Yeah, this is going to be the full AoE CC. I don't know. Okay, that's not too bad. Getting 3 resists on that one. That is pretty good odds. Unless the Kraken is not skilled up. Okay, going all in.
I wonder if they are running a ton of resist on Linglo as well as Sanya, but Linglo is just going to be able to AoE heal and start cleansing.
Unfortunately, not getting those cleansers, because those cleansers are passive, 50% chance to cleanse each time she heals. She did heal 3 times with that ultimate, but unfortunately, none of them getting the real cleansers that they need. We've still got that heal block over there on the Messiah, along with the buff block, which is going to make him really struggle here, but once again, avoiding another CC there, which is really lucky out of that Messiah. He might just have to go in for the damage here. Yeah. Look at that big damage, and holy, that is why the Messiah is there. Now, he doesn't get his invincibility, but I think that is going to be enough to clutch him the win. When you've got double sustains on your team and the Tiamat still to come, that was a huge hit, and that is the power of that Messiah. His ultimate AoE ignores 70% of defense. And once again,
really unfortunate. It seems like Linglo and Sanya definitely has some resist because Kraken has failed to freeze both of them twice already.
Yeah, Linglo had still had her immunity on that one, but yeah, definitely missing the Sanya on that one. And the basic attack is about to come in from the Sanya, which is going to heal and cleanse those 2, and then it's pretty much going to be good. It is only going to cleanse 1, so we might not get the freeze off of them this turn. But we do have the Alicorn on the Tiamat, which is going to cleanse her at the start of her turn. I don't think it triggered earlier on in the match, so we should have that trigger available. And that's going to kind of spell the end of it. Let's see what happens here with the Sanya.
Kraken missing that S2 on the Messiah was also game-changing.
Yes,
in the early
definitely.
Parts, allowing him to essentially go through an AoE down.
Yeah.
Heinrich.
Okay, we're probably going to see the skill 2 buff here.
Yeah, I don't even see a win condition for Kraken.
No, too much sustain. We got revives as well with Sanya. It's pretty much going to be Keker for this one. Getting that Bramble proc. So Bramble is the revenge set. Obviously equipped to Tiamat. Very, very potent, especially when she's in her demon mother form. But there we go. We get the revenge, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up. We're really going to make him earn it here, but yeah, that was a just a massive nuke from the side. His skill 2 is going to come out and knock out that Doki Doki. Yep. And that is going to be it. But yeah, that's just the power of the Messiah. Bloke had no attack buff and still goes ahead and just about nukes the whole team. He is an absolute scaling monster for this arena, and very impressive. So that is round 1 going to Keker.
That's right.
All right, we'll let the boys...
So Sandalphon now will be able to get first pick. I'll just message them, make sure that they let me change the settings.
No worries. Yeah, and like I said, guys, this is all in-game client. So when you're playing, and if you're in a Discord group with a bunch of friends and you want to, run a little tournament, you can do this, and you guys can create your own rooms, and your friends can come in and spectate in client. So you're not trying to share through other ways. I think it's a really good system. The one other thing I would love to see them do is that we do have the Fearless Arena, which is obviously something they are testing, which is like the 8-player draft system. If they could make these types of rooms for that, I think it would be amazing. So hopefully we do see some more developments, but I think having this kind of thing in the game at this stage, like when we're still in beta, is a really massive props to what they're trying to do with the game. So absolutely love it. And apologies, I haven't been reading as much of chat. I'm always terrible at reading chat, but appreciate you guys putting up with me.
There is the code that while we're waiting for this, you might want to pin to.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna put it in again. Yeah, we got the. If you are playing the beta and you want another 10 pulls on the last day, you can go ahead and use this code. How about I say, beta 10 pull code. Boom. All right, there we go. I'll pin that. Okay, we're getting in again. I will pin this to YouTube chat. Pin message. Yoink. Then I will hide my ugly mug again so that we we can see the picks and the bans.
Right. So this Messiah instantly banned.
Yep, you can see that Messiah was always going to get plugged away there and sticking with that grey band over there. But yeah, that Messiah, dude must have been geared well, but also that nuke was just absolutely huge. And stealing the Tiamat away straight away. And obviously they've swapped sides now, I believe. Last time I think Keker was on top, unless I'm wrong. But yeah, we got Sandalphon getting the Tiamat this time. Locking in double sustain straight away. Okay, very nice because Tiamat always wants that.
No, go ahead.
You go.
Getting the Messiah ban, it actually signals that potentially Sandalphon does not have a Messiah build because he did get first pick. He could have picked up Messiah himself.
Definitely, and I think like when you see the Tiamat and you can pick the double healers, we do have more healers in the game, but these are the two that most people have built. Picking those two means that Tiamat doesn't get a healer, and unless she gets her skill 2 off really early on, she won't be able to get enough healing and damage taken to actually proc her demon form, which is the big thing. And we are locking in the Rosa. Now Rosa has been massive in discussions on the back end from our side about progression, about PvE content, but she can still deal massive damage in arena as well. Getting the Lily up there from Sandalphon, honestly looking pretty solid. If you can get a Lily with a Tiamat together, it is an absolute massive combo. And you can definitely cycle through without a healer with that combo. So curious to see. Not a very well built Doki Doki at 3 stars, but as long as it's got some speed, it should be fine. And there we go. Okay.
Yeah, but the issue now with that is just Tiamat gets banned, and we saw that from the last game. Sandalphon's Heinrich is not the strongest. It's more of a kind of support dispel type instead of a full damage type. So I wonder how this is going to play out because that Rosa, oof.
Yeah, lacking damage into a double healer team with a big shield and revives is going to be a bit of a struggle here. Okay, we did get the block buffs on everywhere, and that's really handy because everyone got block buffs, and with the speed order, the Hell Kid who puts the big shield up is actually moving first, but we actually disrupted that order there.
With the Gigabyte from Sani and
Gigabyte,
in front of Doki too.
Yep, so this is going to cleanse a debuff off 2 of them. I'm curious to see if we do cleanse the block buffs, because that would be very big. No, we do not. The block buffs stay. So that is staying on. But the Hell Kid is going to be in a very awkward spot. Probably going to use his skill 2 for the AoE attack break. But dude, that shell doing massive damage straight away. Like that is just, that is his pet. That is like what we consider a weapon in other games. Just at the start of his turn.
The Heinrich is almost down
dealing
to half
40% HP. Just going in with that basic attack, Hell Kid having the stun. It is only a 50% chance when his shield isn't up. So winning the coin toss on that one, getting the stun on the Heinrich.
That is pretty good for Keker because essentially he was not going to get the shield up if he were to use the S3 because of the buff block. So he ended up with the stun, which was perfect on the single squishy damage dealer from Sandalphon.
Yeah, and unfortunately not getting any of those cleanses there. Losing all the coin flips on that one. And we did get the cooldown increase, I believe, on 2 of them. I couldn't quite see. It was a bit quick for me. But here we go, coming back in with the second ult. And honestly, we're getting that Rosa really down. But the problem is they do have the Sanya, which can revive as well. And here comes the big damage.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That's it. It's pretty big. Now,
on by the thread.
Didn't manage to follow the get the follow-up proc because we did only land 1 debuff, unfortunately, due to those stacks provided by the Freya that block debuffs.
So right now, looking at Sanya, the ult at the S3 is on a 3-turn cooldown because he opened with that, trying to heal the Rosa. So this Rosa is definitely down for quite some time.
Yeah, Rosa's got at least 3 turns if not max skilled, 2 turns if max skilled.
But the Heinrich goes down from Sandalphon's side. Now, 3 supports against 2 healers.
Yeah, and I mean, we do have the extra control there. I don't think this is going to look too well because we have no control either. We don't have any control to offer. We have a little bit of cooldown extending. But besides that, I think it's going to go to the healers. They're just going to stall out, revive the DPS, and then the nuke's going to come. All right, let's see this one. Do you see any outs in this one, Tim?
0 outs.
Yeah.
0 outs, because you're not going to get the Heinrich back, and no one on Sandalphon's team is going to do enough damage to even outlast one of the sustain, let alone 2. So, yeah, it's going to be over. And there's no more buff block, which means Hellkid's S3 is going to start shielding the rest of the team as well. So the stun's going to come in play, and yeah, that is it.
And
that
there
was
it goes.
Fast.
Yep.
2-0.
Keker is securing the 2-0. Really well played by Sandalphon, especially though to get into this day. Now he will still be playing in another match to get the consolation prize as well, but just really great job by both of these players anyway. All right.
Get the next
You get the boys ready?
2 players. Yeah.
Well played, boys. Well played. All right. Are you going to keep it in this room, Tim?
Yeah, I think we'll do the same room. And what we might end up doing is that I think there might be enough time to do our 3rd place match, because this was only 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if the games go quick, yeah. We're a bit tight on time because our special guest, I believe it'll be between midnight and 2 a.m. for him when he joins, because it's midnight for me right now. But, oh, dude, you know what I just realized? You guys didn't have my pretty face for that whole thing, because I am just too slow to remember that. But hey, I'm back, guys. It's all right.
People are watching your stream only for you, for your face.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
pretty fun times. Yep.
All right, so that was Seed 1 versus Seed 4. And Keker, like I said, day 1 was 4-0. Never dropped a single game or match. So,
didn't drop a game from anything.
He's a perfect record.
Now, I'm going to bounce out for a sec. I'll come back into the room because let's have a look at the actual real-time arena ladder. And you can see Keker in the actual real-time arena ladder is sitting here at P2. Now, I believe it closes... let me check. Season ends in 1 hour and 48 minutes. Now, Keker, if you're keen and you want the flexing rights... You do have a little bit of time if you want to do a couple matches and see if you can get on top of Iske. It's only 2 wins. 2 wins and you'll be at rank 1, buddy. I don't know if you're listening to us, but
that is crazy.
I mean, it would be a flex if you ended up there. I would jump in and try, but I just tanked a couple losses earlier and I don't want to do it again. So that's where I'm sitting.
All right, looks like we got both players in the room now. I'm just going to deploy them and wait for you.
All right, let me jump in. Timmy's room. I've applied.
So currently we've got the Lobo against Shiny. And those were the second seed, as well as the 3rd seed from day 1. So this is going to be a very, very interesting match to catch as well. Shiny, of course, had some really interesting drafts. I think he was the one that deployed the Viper strat, which, of course,
Viper was
we
fun.
saw a couple of Viper bans, but we'll see how Lobo is going to do against him.
Yes,
right.
just in the comments, Iske, who is currently rank 1 in global normal arena and the real-time arena, is a Brazilian, confirmed Brazilian streamer.
Okay,
so
Brazilian.
you can look him up on Twitch. I believe he is streaming. Is that what? No one said that he's streaming. But yeah, streamer. Massive shout out to him for it's absolutely dominating the arena. But let's jump in and check these guys out. So we got Lobo versus Shiny. Just waiting for Lobo to be ready, and we'll get going.
Yep. And we'll try to get Iske into the next cup as well. Of course, when this was organized, I don't know if Iske was number 1 yet, but I had no way to reach out to him. I didn't know he streamed or was a content creator, but definitely we can get him in the next cup for the full release.
Apparently he is streaming. Nice.
He is streaming. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll definitely grab it. Okay,
but so don't go watch him now because we're
Lobo
here.
Against Shiny. Yeah, dude, we can watch him later. All right.
Just open up that second tab, boys. All right, let's go. 20 seconds.
Okay, so here's Lobo against Shiny. Let's see. I suspect the Viper ban, straight up.
Yeah. It was Shiny who had the Viper, wasn't it?
Yes, and it basically invalidated all of the Hellkit plays because he'll get attacked down. Yeah, we see the Viper ban coming out right away.
Yep, definitely. And the Messiah, Viper and Messiah, just 2 very safe bans there. Definitely showing the understanding of the other players from yesterday. So that is nice. Tiamat pickup, as we've spoken before. Tiamat on the Alicorn. Great shell for her. Alicorn will cleanse 2 debuffs, which is super clutch with dealing with CC and stuff like that. So that's what we've got there. Double healer pick, is it going to be? Yep, going with the double healer pick, as we mentioned previously. Tiamat needs healers really to work. She can do without it, but it is so much easier if you have healers with her. So if you see your opponent take that Tiamat really early, you double healer. But then that does leave your opponent the chance to pick up the Lily to pair with Tiamat, which is a really good pairing as well. But once again, you can always ban one of them at the end. So we get the Freya pick as well.
Yeah, it looks like this double healer pickup is just a hard counter against the first pick Tiamat, but we see
however,
that Shiny, of course, does have the Chia Key built, the third healer in the game.
Yep, so not many people have a third healer built. And so that is where Shiny is trying to find his little advantage with his Tiamat. Now, he definitely has to bring in some more DPS in these last, at least one more DPS in this last pick, so you have some option to deal damage. Both players really needing to get some damage here, actually.
Yep. And I think now the plan will essentially shift from banning Tiamat coming out from Lobo's side, right? Because you're not going to get rid of that third protected Chiaki pick, so might as well just get rid of the highest threat, which is going to be Tiamat.
Yeah, that's probably what we're looking at. We do get the real Mocha in the protected slot there, so we've got some damage locked in and a guaranteed healer locked in. Wouldn't be surprised to see some support, and there it is with the Lily. Now we're going to have to get some damage in. So we got Born. His Born did hit pretty hard, and we do have a Lilith. Now that Lilith is not too bad. Probably going to see the Ling Luo ban though, because the Ling Luo is going to be an issue with those immunities and plenty of cleansers, but we do also have cleansers coming out of the Sanya. Not as potent as the Ling Luo, so just keeping in mind when Lilith does put her bombs out, she does also then explode them, explode one straight away, which also resets turn gauge. So if we go ahead and ban the Ling Luo and then we just bomb the Sanya, we could be in a good situation.
Yeah, and final pick from Lobo is going to be that Heinrich. I wonder if it's going to be more of a damage Heinrich. And I always find that Shiny's Born is always a late game threat. If you don't deal with him, he's going to start getting rid of your units one by one.
Yeah, and Born is pretty chunky too. With his HP, his attack being converted to HP makes him pretty thick as well. We do see the Tiamat ban there and the Heinrich ban. Okay,
Okay.
We do have sustain on both teams. We've got double sustain and revives up top. I think I actually really like this draft to be a good match. Who is the fastest?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe it was a fast
and
Lilith.
It's going to be...
it is Lily. Lily getting the lead. Now, is it enough to gauge boost? Does look like Lily will be able to gauge boost that real Mocha to rank 1, to first position for the next attack, but I'm not too sure on those speeds.
Wait, Vulcan, you need your cam on. We need your beautiful face.
Hey, team, what's going on?
All
right, we're back. All right, so probably
so
gonna
does get the push.
I think we would nuke the Born here because the stun can apply.
Yep, exactly.
Unfortunately, missing the stun though as well on that one. Okay. And now this is where Lilith can be very annoying, but we do have the immunity. We've got the immunity on the Ling Luo, which is very clutch. So no bomb's going to go onto the Ling Luo, but who is going to get it? There we go. We do land all the other bombs, and now we can reset one person and explode their bomb. Basically puts them out of action for 2 turns, although we do have a bunch of cleansing on the team, so not going to be as potent.
I think Lobo's team will be able to stabilize even this comes out, because we can see that the Ling Luo is taking her turn next, and we are going to see that AoE heal coming out.
Now, do we get the cleansers? We do get a few cleansers. Unfortunately, Sanya did not get cleansed of the stun or the speed slow, so she is going to be lagging behind there for a fair while.
Yes. And there's a speed down still applied on the Remocha, but she does have the speed buff from Lily, so it cancels out.
Yep. Now, Born probably going to swing for some of that big AoE damage at the moment. Here it comes. Oh, and it was big. That Lily and Remocha taking massive damage, even with the elemental advantage from the Remocha. Okay, so that's going to be a cooldown increase for the left 3. I don't think the increase applied to Lilith. I think she was the only one to avoid it. It did not. Now, Lilith does have a very low chance of getting an extra turn. Unfortunately, misses it there. Ramoka with the cooldowns back, though. Will it be enough, though? We need to get that stun as well, hopefully, for some support.
Oh, that was close on the
pretty solid damage.
Almost dropped.
And gets it with the follow-up. Yep, and that is the power of the Lily. Every time she attacks, her twin trick ally is going to come along and attack as well. Plenty of support for them as well.
And I think with the game as it is now, you have to revive from Sanya to secure, if your Ramocha goes down. I think, Shiny is going to have a very difficult uphill battle.
Yep. I mean, we do still have the sustain on that team, but yeah, it's just a matter of... You can see we still got 4 turns to wait before Born can use his big attack again. So that's going to be the issue. Not proccing any extra turns out of the Lilith either. And, the immunity, the cleansing with that Lingluo and this Sanya is just a lot to deal with.
And going for the Chiaki, interesting. This Chiaki does feel like a bit tanky. I wonder if that is the right play. Oh, and of course, Ramocha is able to hide in the void, so the single target damage is not going to be able to hurt her.
Yeah, it's a nice little tech play there. I haven't used it too much myself, but I always go for raw damage. But hey, some of us are just built that way.
And you can see the team is now all in good health, and everyone's topped up, and we've got the buff coming out, and this is going to hurt.
Okay, here we go. Now we got the ult back. Oh, didn't get the kill on the heals, but we did get the stun to land that time, and the stun is going to be very important there, and I think the stun is going to be probably enough. We do get bombs on everyone. Probably going to reset the Lingluo here, just to get a bit more stall before they can do anything.
Yeah, valid choice. I think
okay, going in the Sanya,
so that
and
it's going to be
that big hit there. Okay, Ramoka is very low and going down, and we do have the stun applied. Now, can we cleanse that stun with one of those 50-50 chances is the question.
Yeah, so if Lingluo cleanse... Oh, it did not. Kasane could have revived, but now she is stunned out of the turn.
And we got the cooldown increase for both characters. I don't like the chances, aside from some very lucky RNG, because we are 3 turns away from that Born's ultimate. Still doing some really solid damage with that basic attack, though. Getting that passive healing happening here, and I think that's probably going to be game there once we use the skill 2 to sort of... Going for damage. Okay, we're going for damage while we wait for that revive.
Yeah, and it also is going to matter a lot when the revive kicks in from Sanya, where Ramocha is in terms of the action bar. Because if she's too far behind, then she might not get a turn before the other enemies can potentially take her out a second time.
Yes, definitely, and that could just make it a long stall. But the problem is without any sustain on the team, we are going to very much struggle. So now we get the immunity up as well.
Solo.
Yeah, so the immunity comes up with Lilith having a chance to get an extra turn with her basic. She could bomb here, but then that's kind of null and void because we've got the immunity up on the whole team. I feel like that Lilith has been a little unlucky. I feel like by now you normally see an extra turn proc.
That is unfortunate, but here comes the revive. Ramocha is going to be back. Where is she on the... Oh, at the end of the action. Yep,
so we will get a chance here. Okay, we come forward and we do have the bombs. There is only one immunity out there, so we are going to see a nice little bit of damage here. I'm super curious. We're probably going to go in on the Sanya here. I don't think it's going to be enough. I can't remember how long till Born has his skill 3 back, though. I think it's another extra turn he's got to wait, but if we do put the stun on the Sanya... I don't see... No, we actually exploded the Ramoka. We exploded the Ramoka. Yeah. We do get the cleanses, and I don't think it's going to be enough. We do get the kill.
Oh my goodness, that shell was insane and applied the defense down debuff, of course, taking out the Ramocha almost instantly. So we're back in this kind of loop again, but the difference is the Lilith is going to go down this time. So it's really just going to be Born against
I think we'll see Bourne do his skill 3 here, and if it doesn't do enough, it's probably going to be the forfeit coming out from Shiny. I think he's just been hanging out to see this. Oh, we did get the cooldown increased by another turn by the Lily skill 3, so we got to wait one more turn. I don't like the chances of it happening, but hey, you never know in this one. Now, if Lily goes ahead and buffs Sanya, Sanya gets so much turn gauge, it's ridiculous, because after Lily moves, she would buff Sanya, plus her skill 1 would buff Sanya's attack turn gauge. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that because it is crazy. But here we go. Yeah, 2 more turns. Yeah, 2 more turns, and we are going to see the Bourne. And let's see if he can do some damage.
Here comes the revive. I wonder, because Bourne's turn is coming up next, the ult should just take out.
It will get the Remocha, but unfortunately those revives are just too much to deal with. So let's see this one.
It is water into green, blue into green, so there is
still really respectable damage, but I think that is where we scoop, is it? Or are we gonna really drag it out?
Well, you can see because of the fatigue built in, the heals are meaning they're healing less and less.
Yep. I mean, maybe, and if the damage does amplify, maybe we can get there. Okay, we actually, okay. I forgot about that system as well, Tim. This could be solid.
So right now, bro can basically one tap the Remocha anytime it comes back. So he just needs to make sure he survives against the 3 supports. But I think
no, it's gonna be
Lobo
down.
knows that, and yeah, everyone is just going for the auto attack. Lily did not even cast her S2, it's just all auto attacks, and because the turn cycling, oh yeah, there we go. That
was really good, but good showing by the Bourne. It can do a massive chunk of damage as well. But round 1 there, going to Lobo, the double healer comp with double healer with a solid DPS and a really strong support. Pretty tough to overcome on that one, especially when you've got the revives. If the revives weren't in there, would have been a bit tougher. But hey. Let's see how number 2. I think we could go into a game 3 on this one. I think these guys are very, very well paired for this.
For sure, that was a lot closer than I thought, and just goes to show that both players are ready and they came prepared this time. The Viper pre-ban, and of course the TMF first pick into the instant counter double healer pick, but Shiny has that 3rd Chiaki healer.
Yep. Love to see it. I've been really enjoying seeing how the drafts have gone in this tournament so far. The guys are really clever with their picks, their counter picks towards everything. So it's been great. We've seen a lot of counter picks with the Viper previously. The Heinrich coming out to counter certain picks. That double healer pick. There's a lot of good plays that have been coming out, which I really do enjoy.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, for a game that is still in the final closed beta, this is looking really good.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm thoroughly impressed with all these systems that have baked into the game that we're watching it through. So let's hide my fat, ugly mug again. Viper. Ooh, getting rid of the Remocha. Okay. There we go. Not wanting to deal with that.
And we're going to see an instant first pick TMF from Shiny side.
Is mine lagging out, or have you already seen that pick, or is mine lagging out?
I'm seeing no. The pick just happened.
Okay. I was like, maybe mine's just frozen. No, we did get the Sanya as first pick, locking in one of those healers, avoiding the double healer pick. I could imagine us seeing a Tiamat plus the Ling Luo in this one, unless we want to pick up something like the Lily, or maybe not too sure. Let's see. Just based on what these guys have been picking. Thinking. Yeah.
What Shiny could do is have both healers. I was gonna think Tiamat 3rd protection. So then you can outban both.
Tiamat, she ain't getting through that far. But yeah, I think the Ling Luo is gonna come out here. It's just the pick that makes sense in this situation. You don't want to give them the double healer.
For sure. So does Lobo now go with the double healer with the Chiaki plus Ling Luo? Because if that happens, we just ban Tiamat from Shiny side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there it comes, the Ling Luo. That's just pretty telegraphed. Now, Shiny can save his Chiaki till last pick because I'm pretty sure Lobo doesn't have it built. So we should be pretty safe on that. So for here, I'm expecting to see a DPS, and a support.
Yep, here we go, Messiah.
I mean, I'd be tempted to lock the Messiah.
I agree. I think Messiah does do a lot of work.
I feel like Messiah Lily is a really good pick here, but I would want to lock the... Oh, okay, locking the Lilith, not taking the Messiah yet. Okay, interesting.
I have to say, Shiny is definitely a huge fan of Lilith. He values Lilith so much. It's unfortunate that we haven't seen Lilith carry, but I think given the right conditions, hopefully we will see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, if Lobo has a Hell Kid, it's not looking too good for that Lilith, though, because then we've got the Cleanser's immunity and another form of immunity, so we're going to run out of time here. We're at 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, we lock in that Messiah just in time and the Lily. Now, that is a massive 2-unit pick. I'm really liking Lobo's draft here at the moment.
This is so scary because he's basically saying you either deal with my Tiamat Linglol or you deal with my Lily Messiah. Because you can't ban 2 out of the 4, and that is absolutely scary.
Yep. I mean, to me, I still think the ban play is to ban the Lingluo and try and get them all with the bombs. That's kind of the best I got right now. We do get the Born in there as well, so we do have plenty of damage on Shiny's side this time. So I think they're both really solid.
God, Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel potentially be coming out. And we saw him a lot in RTAs as well as the normal arena, but we haven't seen much in the tourney because usually he's either banned or we're going for a more sustained build. Yeah, the Marvel with his massive pushback, the speed slow, plus a balance between 2 solid damage dealers, 2 sustains. I'd kind of be tempted to ban the Born down there, but I can see us getting a Marvel ban as well because it is just such a threat. I don't know how much immunity Lobo has. Did he have it on the Lingua? I can't remember. But yeah, I think this is to me the draft is looking great for Lobo here. He's just got too many potent combos. Sanya ban. Okay, the Sanya ban, not what I was expecting there. Honestly, giving Shiny a really good chance and then the Lily getting banned as well. So hoping to outspeed, I think, is the play down the bottom there. I don't know if he has a fast Marvel because, like you said, we haven't really seen any Marvels, but let's see if it is fast enough. Let's take a look. And it's going to be the Freya. Oh. Lobo's Freya is super, super fast. And he's going to S2. And that is going to provide some mitigation. The problem that we have here is we can skill 2 or skill 1 either way with the Freya. That will boost our Tiamat into the next position. We can use skill 2 on Tiamat, and that might even push our Lingluo into an advantageous position and give us a lot of damage mitigation as well. So I think the play is to skill 2 here just so we get that pseudo immunity up for the bombs because the bombs are the big threat, but we don't. We go for the skill 3, which does not give us any of that immunity protection. Okay. So he is foregoing essentially Tiamat's turn because Tiamat is definitely going to get debuffed most likely here. And yep, 2 debuffs landed. And I guess he just wants to Ling to me, I think you reset the Messiah because he's got attack buff. And, I agree. And that Messiah is going to just... I mean, he is going to get pushed back a massive way, but now he's not because he's got the immunity. So that Marvel basically being completely negated. And if this Born does not do enough damage against the Messiah, I think Chiaki or Lilith might go down. I think we might see a 3-man kill in this one. That was big damage, just not enough. Now, this Messiah, I'm ready for big things when he does go. I'm just ready to see the whole team nuked because he's got the attack buff, and that is huge for this guy who has a 70% ignored defense, which is big. And don't forget, and dude, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, don't forget the shell as well, which can chip off someone who stays behind. So Shiny's going to go with the full heal just to make sure everyone's at top HP. And so this is where we're going to see the potential of the Messiah. At least 1 kill. If we don't get at least 1 kill, I'm going to be disappointed in this one. But here it comes. And here we go. The big nuke. Oh, didn't get any of them down. Okay, there we go. The shell did have the kill, but honestly, we do have 3 characters that are stacking HP. So it does make sense that we didn't get them down. I thought we would have got them below 50%, but you know, a nice chunky team. The thing with the Lilith is her bomb damage and her damage is based on her max HP. So
obviously being built for HP as damage, and then we have Born who gets built with attack but converts it into HP. So very chunky team. Tiamat transforms.
Tiamat has transformed. It's over.
And
as soon as Tiamat transforms and your healer is still alive, it's too difficult.
It's pretty much it.
Chat, nice. Chat has pointed out that Chiaki, the heal, does offer that 35% damage reduction as well. So that's how they survived.
That's correct. I'm going to back chat on that one because I haven't played the Chiaki that much. Okay, I'm going to be honest. That's awesome, but there we go. We do get the win going over there to the Lobo. Very nice. Very good game between these two. And Shiny, like I said, I feel bad that we didn't get to see any of the action of the Viper in this round, but still very, very well played by the two of them.
All right, since we're so ahead of schedule, we're going to actually have the third place match. And it's going to be Shiny versus who is it? Let me double check. Sandalphon. There we go. So we'll do the third place match. We'll determine, because the prize pool, of course, is 1,000 for first place, 5 or 600 for second place, and then 300, and then 100.
Beautiful.
Yep. So it's going to be Shiny against Sandalphon.
So this is for third and fourth place.
Yes, third and fourth place.
Beautiful.
Let me just double check if they are available.
As a big Lilith fan, it makes me sad how easily she's negated. I mean, it is awkward when your whole damage relies around the bomb mechanic. She does have the very strong advantage of being able to explode one, and not only just explode the bomb, but it does fully reset their turn gauge. So she does still have her uses outside of that, but and especially as the meta goes on and a lot of people start getting more immunity, it does get harder. But the other thing is, in the game currently, we don't have many options for stripping buffs off the enemy team. So the balance comes as we sort of get more of those things come into the game as well. I'm surprised there isn't a Bayonton yet because of the free revives. 100%. I think Bayonton is... It's just, I think we're too early in because we're only a week and a bit into the game. I feel like it's a bit too early for Bayonton to kick in, and I think you would see if we were a month into the game, we would be a lot tankier. And then Bayonton and those type of characters would come into play a lot more. I expect that, after a longer period of time where everyone gets geared up a bit more, we may also see the Doki Dokis come into play. We are actually seeing a fair few Hell Kids anyway already at the moment. I think Selene is another sleeper that might do some big things as well. I really love the look of Selene and what she can do, especially with her new ability to block passives. Very, very reliable on that one. Beta ends today. Yes, we are in the last day of the beta. I got Lily and Heinrich on my third reroll. Nice. Last day of beta. Yeah, it's a bit pain, but get some training in on the rerolls for the global launch. How long? Yeah, the beta ends today. Are you getting them in the room? Yep, okay, beautiful.
Cool. Yep, there we go. So we will put deploy.
Yeah, Kloss, very, very, very strong PvE unit. Kloss, I really enjoy hearing the PvE. All right, here we go. The boys are in. Just waiting on Shiny to accept and we'll get going. Global launch on the 5th of June, correct? Veronica plays. Yeah, Veronica's in an awkward spot though.
Okay, so now we're going to have the third place match between Sandalphon and Shiny, and both players are ready, so we're going to jump straight in.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, I want to see the Viper coming out from Shiny again, but I feel like no one is going to let that pick through.
Nah, his Viper was MVP last time. And no one else has it, so it's easy just to ban it.
Oh! But we see the Born ban.
Okay, it is the Born and the Heinrich getting banned, and the Tiamat pick straight away by Shiny. Countered by Lily and maybe one of the healers, but not too stressed. If you didn't take double healer, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, we go ahead and I think we're going to have a hyper offensive team up top. Okay, getting that healer.
Like, Shiny. Might have to go through. I still want to see that Viper banned in the third protected slot, but it is going to be double healer, which means the Tiamat will be banned. Now here, Shiny can still pick a Viper in the fourth or the fifth pick, which means essentially you either pick a Tiamat ban or a Viper ban.
Yep, I think we are definitely going to see the Messiah come out. You could see it glimpse there. And honestly, really good picks there because we do have the very green heavy team up top to counter the blue heavy team down the bottom. The Lilith coming out. And honestly, I don't think the Viper's going to do too much for it. So I don't think we will see that pick.
No. There is a decent amount of AoE coming out, though, from the Sandalphon's team.
We need a big DPS coming out here. Otherwise...
Messiah's still on the table.
Did Shiny have Messiah built?
I want to say yes.
That is a yes. That is definitely a yes. It is 6 stars, so it does have a little bit of investment there. And then the Doki support coming out as well. Okay, I don't know.
Quite the aggressive team.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm banning. I think up top I'm banning the Lily. And down the bottom they're getting rid of the Tiamat. Okay. Honestly... I kind of like the look at down bottom. You know, you got the revives. Yes, we do have the squishy Messiah, but you got the revives. His Lily is kind of fast. His Lilith is kind of fast, but I don't think the Lilith is going to be able to outpace the Lily up top. Okay, but I think it depends how fast that Freya is, so we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But I think this is a pretty good draft for a good game.
And honestly, to me, Lily is essentially just a better version of Doki. But Doki is quite good and can do similar things. So we're going to have a super fast Freya. Freya just seems to be player's fastest unit in this turn.
Well, she does have equal fastest base speed for a gauge booster along with Lily, except Freya can do it AoE, although it is a very small amount. So we've got that awkward cut in there by the Sanya, which doesn't really help us in any way. It would have been better if she was a little bit later on. But we're just going to have to pop a basic out. Actually does a decent little bit of damage. So going to have to target the Sanya in this one. Nope, going all in on the Messiah. Not getting too much damage in. Okay. Can't forget the shells. The shell is doing a ton of damage there. Getting the boost with the Doki. And now we are going to get some damage out of the Grey. Oh no, okay, we got the cut ahead here. Now we've got no immunities up. We've got no immunities up. So we can actually... Oh, we're in that awkward position where we have Doki on the enemy team. So we need to kill that Doki ASAP. Because Doki is going to cleanse her allies at the start of their turn.
Yeah, with the backup buff, she's got 4 stacks of it. That means when the allies take their turn, it's going to consume a stack and a cleanse. Yep. But there's enough debuffs, I think. You can see Gray essentially had his debuffs removed.
At base, it does cleanse up to 2. At max skill, it cleanses up to 3 per stack. So we got no issues with the cleansing.
And the Messiah may go down very soon.
No, we're going to get the heals, and then we are going to have a big swing. Now, that Messiah is going to get rid of the Realmocha. If he gets rid of the Grey, it's going to be actually over. So this could be the play here.
Was that a misclick?
Yeah, I don't know what it was going on there for, but we're going to get invincibility. We're going to get some big damage. Realmocha going down and deleting the whole team. Now, keeping in mind, that Doki was pretty fast, but the problem with that Doki is it was still 3-star, meaning it lacks a lot of the base stats that it needs. And that was just a big hit by the Messiah. And I don't see a way out of this one. Hitting into that invincibility.
Up. The thing is, I honestly thought that was a misclick because Lilith was at full HP.
I think it was I think it was more for the buff to get the max HP increase on the Lilith because Lilith's damage is based on max HP. Knowing that Messiah was going to go ahead and get the invincibility after that and get 2 heals along the way, so the Messiah was going to be safe. So I think that was the play. Not really a necessary play, but definitely shows the thought process and really thinking through every play that you do.
Big bring strats.
Now we get the explosion. And that is GG. First game to Shiny. All right, what are we thinking, chat? Who's everyone's favorite so far? Who do we reckon's been MVP for the day? I just
Character or player?
Character.
All right. Let's see what chat says.
Who's favorite character? I just get excited when I see Messiah, and I hope he's going to do a massive nuke.
I'm loving the Born. I honestly am loving the Born, but I want to see more Rosa.
Someone said it in chat. We need to see some Victor action. I love my Victor. The dude's just an absolute beast. Okay, here we go. Let me hide my fat head, and there we go. So we got the Lilith getting banned this time. Seeing the threat of the Lilith and also the Heinrich getting banned from Shiny, and then Sandalphon picking up the Tiamat first up. Into the double healer pick. Standard sort of counterplay on that one. And Sandalphon doesn't have any other healers built, I don't think. So I would be picking up the Lily. You really want Lily to pair with that Tiamat. And then I would probably... I'm not too sure on the second spot there.
I think Sand should go with the
Freya?
Messiah himself. He's grabbed the Lily. You can grab the Messiah. Because right now, that Tiamat is close to useless, in my honest opinion.
No, if she gets going first and
build.
Yeah, okay, you called it.
Here comes the Messiah.
Yeah.
The thing is, after the double pick coming out, the double healer pick, it just hard counters anyone who's not built a Chiaki.
Yeah, the thing is, you can if you can get your Tiamat to move fast enough, i.e. with a Lily, she can use her skill 2, which puts the heal over time, which does enable her the ability to transform. Over the long battle. So it is still possible.
An option for sure. Yeah. Oh my god, triple healer with the Viper.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, I'm... Ban the Born. I think ban the Sanya. Yeah, okay, it goes with the first option. Ban the Born. Because it's going to be a long drawn out fight, but I feel like if this is where you need to ban the Tiamat, I think, because that's the only sustain. But the problem is the Messiah is fixed.
I would get rid of the Lily.
Yeah, the Lily.
You called the Born, I called the Lily. All right.
Well played. But yeah, now we have the ability to have some sustain up the top. But yeah, can the Messiah nuke through? We've got attack buffer and 2 attack-based damage dealers, and we are going to move first, and that Remoka is going to have the ability to go ahead and stun the Sanya. Wait, do we cut in? Do we cut in? No, we do not cut in, but that's okay. That's not really going to change anything. Ooh, this is going to be some damage.
Essentially, real into Messiah is going to do a lot.
Yeah, now the others do have the immunity up, so the only one we're going to be able to stun is the Sanya. Do we want to do the stun on the Sanya or focus some damage? I think we focus on the Sanya. No, going to skill 2 instead. Okay. Now, I would shield here. The shield is the play. Yes, definitely the shield is the play. That is a beefy shield.
And we're going to see the Messiah. Of course, he's buffed.
Okay, here we go.
With Freya.
Oh, honestly, really close on a couple of those ones, but we are going to be able to heal that right back up, especially when we have 3 healers. And then we are going to be able to strip some buffs, but we do have a ton of buffs to strip. So let's see how this goes with the Viper as well. We are going to be able to put the defensive buffs up as well, and we are just getting absolutely stacked over there. So
I want to see this Viper strip everything.
Let's see how much we get. Okay, I got a couple out. We did actually get the speed slow and the attack break on the Messiah, which is very, very important, getting the attack break, which is a nice little way to mitigate the attack buff. And the speed slow on the Tiamat is also really handy as well. So kind of just waiting for this to cycle through and then see if we can get Demon Mother form and then another Messiah ult and Remoka ult. Now, the Remoka ult is still available. Probably held on to it turn 1 so that we could get advantage out of the stun. But if we do use the skill 3 here, we are going to be immune to the stuns anyway. So
yeah, and I think he should not have held it because now Chiaki's heal gave him, of course, the damage reduction on Shiny's team.
Yeah.
And also, if Remoka did ult, I felt like the follow-up of Messiah AoE would have killed.
Yeah, maybe. At least one of them if they focused in on one. But then we get the revenge as well. Now we get the speed slow on the entire team, and that really sucks. We do get a cleanse off of the Tiamat there. Going for the taunt. Obviously, we got the immunity on, so nothing happens with the taunt. The basic attack from Tiamat does actually do a ton of damage as well, is something to consider along the way. That if you do just want to poke someone down, you can go for it. And I feel like in this situation, we just need to be attacking the Sanya because she is the reviver. Because if we can get her down, we're in a position where we can actually have a win. Whereas if we get anyone else down, it's not going to happen.
For sure. This is going to be a... Ooh,
oh,
it's gonna be a very
Ramoka's gonna live this hit.
Team is at 5 stacks at the moment.
Yeah, we still got another couple turns. I feel like Sanya is the play, even though we're weak element. Okay, coming out now. Gonna be going for that Viper. Not quite enough damage, and getting the revenge as well. We are on 6 stacks with the Tiamat. We can use our heal and shield again next turn, which is going to be nice. It's a matter of we proc the Demon Mother form before then. So let's take a look. Hey, guys, I forgot about my face. What's going on? All right.
And the rest of the team is all topped up.
I'm thinking this looks like a shiny game, but...
I think Shiny has it.
Shield up, shield up. Yep. 7 stacks. Okay. 1 more stack of her buff, and Tiamat is going to go Demon Mother. But I don't know if that Tiamat's got enough damage.
Ooh,
that Viper Revenge, it is so potent. Stripping and putting those 2 debuffs on is just absolutely brutal. So now we're going to stay topped off.
Should be able to cleanse. Yep. Oh, the Dragon Form does coming from Tiamat, though.
Do we have enough? It's honestly really respectable. If that was paired with the ult being ready on the Messiah, we would have had room to cook, but I don't think we're going to get it there. Okay, so... And then, so speed slows as well, you can definitely see the cycling difference. When you got the speed slow, it just feels like everything takes forever to get round to. We do have the AoE available, which I'd just go ahead and pop here, but we'll wait and see if it comes out.
Let's take a look.
No, goes the basic.
Oh.
Oh, that was very, very close on the that one there. Almost clutching the kill.
I think that might be the beginning of the end because Viper on the White Fang is something I did not expect.
Yeah, I never expect that, but it goes well.
Yeah, and of course, Jackie is going to be able to top everyone off, apply the damage reduction, and we are probably going to see... Oh, the AoE is up, though.
We do have the attack break, though, and the attack buffs. We're at neutral and not getting enough damage in there, and I don't think we're going to have what it takes to get through this now.
Unfortunate. This triple healer plus Viper team looks insane.
I mean, it's just a lot to get through. This is where I just wish we had Hoyan in the game at the moment, where we could do some block revive plays and we'd see some cool stuff. But unfortunately, she was left out of this beta.
Yeah, I'm ready for her for the full release of the game. All right, I think this is Tiamat's potentially last turn of transformation, and there we go.
Yeah, and the problem is it didn't even matter what we did there if we got a kill because we do have the revives available just to bring them back anyway.
Yeah. I think slowly, Shiny's team is just going to whittle Sandalphon's team down, and there it goes. Messiah.
Now, maybe we play for a couple taunts to keep the healing down. Nah, we're not, I just don't see the out in this one.
So the healings will start to scale less and less because of the RTA mechanic.
I'm actually surprised we didn't see the shield there.
Stronger and stronger.
I feel like the shield could have been a really good play from the team out. Get the heal over time, allow you to get your stacks up. As healing reduces, the healing is even more important to get to that 8 stacks.
Oh, was it not on? Oh.
So
I thought it was on cooldown.
No, it was available, but we went with the taunt anyway, and I don't think there is the capacity to hit. There is actually the capacity to hit 8 stacks because we are moving next with the team mat. We can use our heal and get the shield up and puts the heal over time, which will allow us to, if we get one more turn, have enough HP gain that we will be able to get that final stack. Now, those bramble procs, not the most ideal thing at this stage because it is making us sacrifice our own HP and taking us one step closer away from being able to transform. So we really need that teammate to take a turn, get the heal over time, and that will make her transform because otherwise she's not going to have enough HP scaling to get to 8 stacks before she dies. So
her turn is coming up, so I think when it's her turn, she will be able to transform after a basic attack, which means she will cut and take her next turn instantly, and we need to see if this is enough. Now, I've just got word that the next Grand Finals, which is coming up after this, will be a best out of 3 instead, because the Summit Arena is closing in 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Oh so yes, we've got to get in before the actual arena closes. Yeah, so you can see we're at the 7 stacks on the team mat. So this next attack is going to bring her into. It didn't get her there. Oh, but she's going to transform after this. She's going to transform after this hit. Oh, but not getting enough HP gain because of that HP gain being capped. The thing with Tiamat is when she goes into Demon Mother form, she really wants to be full health because her damage is based, her extra damage is based on her current HP, and the fact that we have the healing reduction kicking in means she's just not going to be dealing as much damage as she otherwise could have because she didn't get the big heal that normally comes when she transforms.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's going to be enough to get through here because the teammate's damage just ain't going to keep up with it.
And Sanya still, of course, has that revive. So if they were to go down, they'll come back up.
Yep. Tournament venue is getting closed. Yes. the lights are coming on. The night is over, team. Time to go home. All right.
Okay.
And there comes the big damage.
And there we have it. Of course, I think just a couple of auto attacks from Shiny will do it. And Shiny is going to be your 3rd place finisher for this. Now, like I said, we are going to... let me just
get straight into the grand final. Beautiful. Yeah, but massive congrats to both these guys. Once again, this is day 2 of the tournament, so both of them getting through all those matches yesterday to qualify. Great effort. Well done to Shiny finishing in 3rd and Sandalphon finishing in 4th.
Well played from both of them. Making day 2 is already a huge accomplishment. And of course, Shiny again from the top guild in EU Big, and Sandalphon from the top guild in Global Scarlet. So let's get these players out. We now going to have Lobo with Keker. There we go. Both players are ready. We're jumping straight into it because this is now going to be a best out of 3 instead of best out of 5. The venue is closing, and we still have our special guest who's going to join us.
We've still got a bit to get through in the next hour, so we got to get through that. I didn't even consider that it was shutting down, man. Oh, it's hilarious.
They messaged me and asked, guys, are we good for time? I say, yeah, we're good. We have plenty of time. Viper will be famous on the official release.
That's great.
Screenshot it, and we're ready. All right, cool. Let's have the players ready up. And we are good.
And what's the winner's prize pool for this one, Tim?
It is $1,000 for 1st place, and 2nd place, I believe, is 600. So it's gonna go to their gacha funds.
Yeah, that's getting put straight back in. Okay, so the bands coming up are the Hell Kid and the Remoka. Okay.
Yep, there we go. Now, these players are all from the same guild. Of course, Lobo and Keker all from Scarlet, who's, of course, they know each other. They probably know each other's roster. So the first pick coming out, Sanya. Pretty standard. Not going to be the Tiamat. Oh, as I say that, Tiamat, of course, is counterpicked with Linglong.
Yep. And then, I mean, the Lily is the next obvious pick in the current, what we're currently seeing is the meta. And, like, do we go a Messiah or something like that?
I think we'll definitely see a Messiah potentially in the third slot, I want to say. And yeah, we called it Lily, and it's going to be Messiah.
I think he's deciding which one he wants to protect. Yep. And the Messiah. Okay, yep. We've got these guys figured out. Okay. Okay, you call the next two. I feel like I got the easy two.
Right.
The next two are up in the air.
I think Heinrich is coming up, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what these guys had.
Yeah, but the Messiah, of course, Tiamat, and these top popular picks are definitely going to be showing up for all of these final big matches. And 3 seconds left. Lobo has to pick, and Heinrich and call that one. Marvel.
Yeah, that was actually a great pick on the Heinrich. Yeah, Marvel coming in as well. We've got that Freya coming in. We need another DPS down here on Keker's team. Otherwise, he's going to be struggling if they... Oh, no, they can't ban him. He has the protected slot, so that's pretty safe.
That's
and we
right.
do get the Born in there. I do like the team down the bottom. Up top, I mean, we do have the Heinrich to counter the Messiah's invincibility, but it's not countering the raw damage, the output that he has. I think the ban down the bottom is going to be to ban. Oh, we have the Mia built. Okay.
Okay, I think this is straight Tiamat ban.
Yep. Yeah, and then they got no damage. Yeah, I think they're going to lack the damage down the bottom. I think you ban the Sanya. So that is double healers versus no sustain.
I think Keker just wins this draft because how are you going to survive a Messiah into Born AoE with a Lily, not to mention?
Yeah, I mean, I want to have hope that we've got some potential here. It depends on speeds.
Okay. Heinrich has no HP, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. You know what? I think that Heinrich was a timeout pick, auto pick, and I don't know if that's who he was going to pick.
And Messiah is going to go, and let's take a look at this damage.
Old mate has the attack buff too. It's going to hit damn hard, and then we're just going to clean up shop. Yeah, I think...
Both Heinrich and Marvel has the Nightmare debuff. So they're going to take some extra damage too.
Yeah, but like this is just going to be... I think he's just toying with him here because there's nothing else we're doing except for skill 3. Boom! Oh my God! No. No, okay. And the
shell.
The shell following up for the kill.
Yikes.
Yep.
And that was a very fast.
That was they got the memo that we're closing down the room pretty soon, and they got that one done.
They know the venue's closing.
All right, beautiful.
Wow,
that was quick.
Insane.
Yeah, I honestly think Lobo got done by the timer on that one. I think that's what happened with his Heinrich pick. I just think that happened way too quick. That I think it was the timer running out and auto picking for him.
Right. Now the crazy part about this is, okay, if Keker wins this one, he would have played the entire tournament without dropping a single game or match.
Which would be huge. So he is sitting rank 2 in real-time arena at the moment as well. So we got the Messiah pick coming. We've got the Ramoka and the Hell Kid being banned as well. Is this where we take the double healer away? I mean, you've got to be careful though, because we just saw what happens if you take all the healers and they just nuke you. It's kind of done.
So I think Keker can definitely go with the double healer route, and if Lobo wants to pick up Tiamat, he is fine because Lobo will have to pick up Mia, which we now know Lobo does have.
Yeah.
And you just ban the healer, essentially. But if Lobo does not pick up Tiamat, then the Keker will have Tiamat as a third protected pick. So from the draft side, it's already going to be very difficult. And we see Freya, and are we going to see...
the Lily, okay.
I think we're going to see a Tiamat protected pick. Yeah, there we go.
Especially when you got the 2 healers on board already. It makes it just too tempting.
Yep. So this Messiah is going to have to put in a lot of work. But I think Keker might just straight up ban the Messiah So Lobo will most likely need to pick up another AoE damage dealer or someone that can clean up. But we know that the Rill is banned, right? And that's another DPS from Lobo's roster.
Yeah, the thing is that Keker doesn't have any, like, what we normally consider, like, fast units, whereas we've got the Freya and the Lily over on Lobo's team. I'm not too sure how these characters are built on their accounts. I can't remember, even though we've just watched, like, 15 games. You know, my brain's kind of cooked. But we might need to get some speed. So we might have the speed up top on Lobo's team to outspeed and actually put some threats in. So we do get the Grey on board. So if we can get, you know, a perfect synergy there where we boost with the Freya, we follow up boost with the Grey because of his buff and Freya's passive, then we can go ahead and Death Shred, and then we can go ahead and nuke. Now, the problem is that we probably need another damage dealer in that final slot. Because, okay, we don't get the damage. Now, if it is a hyper damage Grey, then we could be okay, but I can definitely see the Messiah ban coming in, which it does.
Yeah, absolutely, Messiah ban.
And then the other side is banning the Ling Luo. Now, we do have the revives down there as well. So I think this is going to be a tough one for Lobo to win unless he's got some crazy builds on that Grey.
Let's take a look. Freya, I would say, is definitely going first. And no, it is the Lily.
Yeah, Lily.
Finally, we see someone.
Just shameless plug. I've almost got a 300 speed Lily. She's sitting at 297. I thought I was going to get there. I think I'm going to fall just a bit short. But Lily is a nice one to build very, very fast. We're going to go ahead and buff again, put those debuffs on for an extra little bit of damage. Then we're going to push them all the way back. Then we're going to go ahead and hopefully get a big nuke out of this Grey. I'm hoping this Grey has a bit of damage to offer. So the Marvel coming in, does he pushes everyone back, misses one speed debuff. That's it. But we do have the Gigabyte coming out from the Sanya, bringing her back in. She is going to be able to heal up some of that damage on 2, possibly 3 of our allies with the ultimate as well.
Oh, this is good damage coming out from Grey.
It is really good damage, but the problem is we're just going to heal that back up. And now it's going to feel kind of invalid at that point. Now, we do still have the defense break on there. And we are going to extend cooldowns. Now, I didn't see who all got extended, but that is pretty helpful. Now, this Heinrich is not going to be able to strip everything. Oh, we had the cooldown increase. Okay. Now, the silence. I don't know if... I think Sanya missed the cooldown increase, so maybe silence on the Sanya, unless we want to push back the team at, which he does go with there. Gigabyte coming in there. Now, unfortunately, it is Freya paired with, so Freya is going to... No, that is not what you want to see. So that right there is a combination of putting Tiamat into Demon Mother Threshold at the same time as proccing a Bramble and getting hit for a massive AoE nuke. Tiamat does have some fun plays, and that is one of them, proccing the Bramble on the transformation, getting the win. That was game 2 to Keker, wasn't it? That's done.
That was a 2-0.
Oh, massive congratulations to Keker for that one, coming home with the win. And is that correct? He didn't drop a game the entire 2 days?
He is 12-0 across the tournament.
That is a massive effort. Now... Oh, he has played a game in the meantime. Keker, if you really want to clean sweep this, you need to play one more game and have a push. That is fantastic.
He finished his match so fast, he went to play RTA in between just to climb a bit.
Yeah, so he's played a game in between while we've been doing the tournament. That is absolute gold. All right, so that is Keker. Now, shall we get our special guest on, Tim?
Yes.
Okay,
let's join the group chat.
Yeah, I'll call you from the other chat, definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Give us a little sec, guys, to get this organized, because, you know, like, we're pretty pro at this stuff, especially me. All right. You good, mate? Question mark. There we go. All right, let's see. Just enjoy some banging music. Ready? Okay, we're gonna go this on a video call. I'm gonna do this on Discord. I'm just trying to figure out how it is. All right, give me one sec. For some reason, my camera is picking up the wrong camera, because I am stupid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this camera back on. I'm going to make this a pop-out window, and we're going to get it over here. And all right, here we go. Wait, let me see if I can do this. Here we go. Let me just fix this up a little bit. Wait, where is it? Where's that scene? I hate having all my things down the bottom, but that's all right. All right, here we go. We have got our special guest, and I'm just going to put myself here. Jack, how you going, mate?
Hello. Hello, everyone.
We've got him. So,
Hey, can you hear me?
yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
How
you.
is the audio, everyone watching? Let's just make sure the audio is good. How is the audio, guys? Audio is good. Good. Okay, audio is good. So everyone's got you, Jack. So now, guys, I have got to let you know about Jack. Now, Jack, I'll let you introduce yourself. What is your role at Etheria? Because I don't want to say it wrong, so I'll let you go ahead and introduce.
Okay, probably you have been seeing me in the the live stream when we announced our official launch date, and the chat you host we joined together, and so I'm the game director, or you can say game producer of Etheria. So the whole team have been working for this project for so long, so we're really happy that so many players joined this beta test. And for the guys at the watching, and for the players that are still in the game, I just take this opportunity to thank you all the guys to support Etheria, and also for all these amazing content creators. Sorry, Vulcan, I
What's up, mate?
yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, we still got you. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we hear you. We hear you.
I'm just
Okay,
letting you
okay.
cook. We're just like I normally
Yeah.
I normally cut in on people and don't shut up, but I'm
Yeah,
being
okay.
respectful this time. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And he's locked in.
I thought it's mute because I can't hear anything. I thought it's mute.
No, it's all good. We're just listening.
Yeah. Okay, back to that. So also there are a lot of content creators, amazing content creators like you guys, to create so many content for Etheria. So we saw this, and we just want to take this chance to thank all the players or the content creators to support our game. And the beta test is about to end, and we hope you had a great time for the past few days. And also hope you are hyped for the official launch. Thank you.
Definitely, I think there is. And thank you very much for coming on. And now, if you guys are wondering what Jack is on for, we've actually got a special exhibition match for Keker, who is the winner. And for this one, he's going to be playing against Jack. Now, this is something you guys may think is a bit strange, but Jack is someone who works on the game, who actually plays the game, but he doesn't just actually play the game. Let me just move you guys off of screen for a sec. Jack told me a couple days ago what his... Someone's been attacking me. No, I'm plummeting. But Jack told me what his username was in game. So Jack is actually Uncle No Name, sitting rank 2 in the normal arena over here in the game, which I found absolutely amazing. Not only does he play the game, but he can actually play the game quite decently. So he is sitting there rank 2 in the normal arena. And where are you sitting at the moment in the real-time arena? If we can find him. I know he was up here somewhere.
No.
Did you tank? Did you tank trying to push? You're still top 30. He was definitely top 20 this morning. Hey, Jack, be honest. Did you try and climb just before this and kind of tank a few games? Did you lose a few?
I just want to try it out because I don't want to lose too bad and lose face for the dev team.
That's fantastic, mate. That's awesome.
Yeah, but actually, after watch the matches the players have played, I'm 100% sure I have no chance.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I think Keker sitting at rank 2. I think a lot of people have no chance against him. But hey, it's going to be a fun little watch for us anyway. So I really appreciate you getting on to do this. It's a good bit of fun. So let's get this happening, Timmy. Have you got the room ready?
Yep. Room's made. Come in, same password.
All right. Okay, I've applied. Okay, guys.
Okay,
but like I said,
in.
I couldn't believe it when he told me he was Uncle No Name. And here we go. All right, all right.
He was farming Vulcan at one point.
Yeah, dude, I logged in just before this, and I saw Uncle No Name had defeated me in arena. I'm like, that is not cool. All right, here we go.
Okay, so it's gonna be a best out of 3 exhibition match, of course, with our grand final winner, Keker, versus Jack, who's on the Uncle No Name account. And once the players are ready, we're gonna start with the random first pick. So same rules, and of course, the loser will get a first pick for game 2 of the match. And let's see if the devs have their own unique meta and take on this.
Okay, try my best.
It's gonna be fun. Let's see.
Yeah. So let's get the game started. All right.
Hey, guys watching at home, do you see that way I managed to get everything on screen pretty cleanly? I'm almost like a professional at this. All right, here we go. Okay, let me hide my head for a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Grey and we've got the Hellkid band. Now, Jack going straight in for the Messiah. I love the aggression there, Jack. Love to see it. Messiah been putting in work.
And you know...
and trust me, I know his Messiah hits hard because it hit me hard. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. All right, Sonya first pick from Keker. I think it's going to be a very standard, potentially a double healer opener that we have seen. Yes, there we go. And that just forces a Tiamat pickup from either Jack's side or how he's going to deal with the third protected pick of Tiamat, because it's going to be a scary countdown.
Definitely, and it must be really annoying for Jack having us talking in his ear while he's trying to make a pick. And yes, he did it! He did it! Yes! Yes, well done, Jack. For those that don't know, what's her name? It's number something. What's her name, Jack? Do you remember?
Number 41.
Number 41. Okay, so she is absolutely fantastic. And one of the guys was climbing with her on defense. It was at rank 1 for a little bit, which I absolutely love to see. She does have a gauge boost, an attack buff, and a heal. Not a bad character. Heal block on the basic as well. I'm just going to move Jack's head a little bit so I can fit everything in. Let's go something like this so we can see all the characters.
A level 1 4-star R unit is going to be shaking up the meta. Of course, this is going to be able to boost the turn meter of all allies as well as providing an attack boost. So
Jack giving us some new strats as well with the Valerian, which is going to be able to avoid us getting nuked. Also bringing in the Marvel, very standard pick that we have seen lately, and we are getting the Rosa coming in alongside the Born up there for Keker. So I'm not going to put my guesses in on who to ban. Let's just let them ban because I don't want to impact Jack's thoughts.
All right, let's take a look. And I don't think Keker used Born previously, or was it only Rosa? So it's going to be very interesting to see how built his other units are.
Definitely. So I'm not going to say it. If Keker does his ban, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give it away to Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So the Born and the Valerian getting banned. Okay, good ban on the Valerian because she is definitely a threat to stop you cleaving. So let's get this going and let's see how this goes.
All right, let's see who is going first.
Oh, it is the Lily of Keker going first, getting the boost into the Rosa, but Born is going to be moving next in the line. Now, are we going to get a kill? No, not getting the kill on the Messiah. Okay. So do we have immunities over here? We do have the immunity on the Ling Luo, but that's not going to be too much of an issue for Jack on this one. Okay. Getting the gauge. We are going to get the attack buff straight into the Messiah. It's going to be hard to get through this double healer, though. That's going to be the thing.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how much damage this Messiah is going to be able to put out. I don't know how squishy this Rose is going to be, but at least I would say you need to do more than half.
Okay. Jack taking his time, thinking about it. It does go for the heal on the Tiamat. Okay. Okay, now he can put the invincibility up, and there's no way to strip it. It's actually a fair play.
And this Messiah's damage. Oh,
Okay, not too bad there. That was actually big damage. Oh, if he had the attack buff, it would have been gone. Oh, that was so close, Jack. That was so close. Oh, that was huge. Yes, but definitely playing for the longer game because we do have the invincibility now on the Messiah. Messiah is protected. We do get the Tiamat now in the position where she can get the opportunity to transform, even though she doesn't have a dedicated healer. Once again, that number, whatever she is, the rare, putting in the work. Okay.
I think if the buff did come out, the Messiah would have killed Rosa right away, and then the follow-up attack from the White Fang would have probably taken out.
No, it doesn't. It only procs on the target, I think. So unless you target them, I don't know if it would have actually procced.
Yeah,
Did we land any taunts on that
might
one?
have to tag it.
No taunts getting landed. Getting
No,
the
but CD
cooldown
increase
increase.
did land on 3. Yep.
Now let's see how this goes. On the Tiamat is the one I am watching. 7 stacks. We got no follow-up on that one. Okay. Now keeping self pretty healthy. Now who are we going to steal from?
But it's not-
Probably stealing from the... no, I don't want to impact Jack's thoughts here.
Yeah, I thought that if he stole from the Sanya, potentially would have made the number 41 go first, right? And but the cooldown was increased, so there's no turn meter buff here, unfortunately. Yep.
I'm trying not to yap too much, guys, because
Yeah,
I don't want to impact his decision making because he's on the
sure.
call.
Yeah.
Okay, we do get that gigabyte getting us an advance.
And there we go. Oh, and the follow-up attack does take down number 41.
So we are going to see the skill 2. Okay, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to impact Jack, so we're just going to watch this one.
Should we? Yeah, I think for the next game we can hop on to the our call.
Yep.
Probably better for casting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. What I might. Shall we just?
I got Jack on screen here. We'll see how the rest of this one
Okay.
pans out. Okay, so now this is it.
All
He's
right.
only got one option here. It doesn't matter what we think's going to happen. He's got the one option. It's
Yep.
honestly decent damage, but just not enough to get that Rosa. But we did transform from the healing over time, which means we get the double turn, just missing it. And this is where the double healer is going to come in, I think, a little bit too clutch for it, because we are not going to have the attack buff available to us anymore. And unfortunately, that death rate coming in,
Messiah
which is
is
going to be
gonna
it
go
for the
down.
Messiah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have one of the strongest Tiamats in the game right now. Do you think your Tiamat can solo 1v4 against this comp?
No, no shot. No, no. Mine. I don't think mine has quite that much oomph. Like with a Lily support, maybe. But yeah, the Lily is a huge one. But can I just say, Jack taking like 2 units picked that we have not seen picked the entire time, putting in a great load of work, and this may have gone completely different if we got like an extra 2% damage into that Rosa and actually killed her on that early turn.
Yeah, I think if the attack buff was applied, that Rosa definitely would have gone down. And
Yeah.
we might be looking at a different situation right now. But seems like Marvel is going to quickly fall in short order, and then it's really just going to be Tiamat against the world right now. Now, potentially triggering multiple Brambles. Oh, but that Rosa damage.
Yeah, Rosa damage is going to be
God.
too much. Listen, Jack, I'm going to say you've put in a really good effort. Keeping in mind, this is against Keker, who has gone completely undefeated. I feel like it could have gone a little bit differently, but that was a great effort. Now, was this one going to be
fantastic showing.
a best of 3, Tim, or was this just going to be the one round?
Yeah, so it's a best of the 3, and we should hop out into
Yep.
a separate call, and then we can invite Jack for the final closing moments.
Yep. Okay, you cool with that, Jack? We're gonna jump out so we can cast without impacting your thoughts because we're just yapping in your ear, and then we'll get you back on.
It's okay. It's just for fun. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. We'll call you back in a minute. Okay. So yeah, you guys jump in the game, and then we'll call you back.
Yep.
Let me find Tobias. I mean, that was a pretty decent effort, guys. I was quite impressed with that one.
Yeah.
I
honestly think if the attack buff was applied, it would have been completely different.
Yeah, but even if you just like, it was like 1 to 2% on that Rosa, like it would have been a good play if the Rosa actually still dropped. It was super close.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was very, very close. Let me ask Keker. There we go.
Red side picks
now
first.
Ready.
Beautiful.
Let's take a look at game 2 of our exhibition match, and Keker is now 13-0.
I can't believe Jack came in with the 41. That was a huge pick. He's just going for the old fan favorites. Let me hide my big fat ugly mug. All right, so we do have the Grey Band and the Hell Kid Band again. Jack is going to get the first pick. Going with the Kraken, playing it a little bit different this time. Okay, interesting. Now, I do think Kraken was one of his faster units. Now, I don't want to let insider information out there, but I believe it was. Based 41 pick.
Saving strats for game 2.
Ooh, okay. The Messiah coming out. Okay. Now, I think Keker could completely block him here in the draft if he goes ahead and picks the Tiamat here. Okay, goes the Freya. Does have that very fast Freya as well. I respect on picking different stuff there by Jack. Oh, he does pick the Tiamat. Okay, I don't know how many other damage dealing options that he does have, so that's where we're gonna have to see. Because
You're calling it. I mean, he heard you.
I do know that Jack had a grey build for damage pretty well as well.
Yep.
So
what the options left on the table, of course, from what we have seen, is going to be Born as well as Rosa. But we see for the first time Tsukiyomi.
Yep, getting a lot of firsts here. Yeah, and I think we might be out of damage options over here. So I don't know if we are going to see another damage dealer coming out. I don't know if he has any more built. We might be relying on lockout control with the Kraken.
What if we see Victor? Oh, Shada!
Oh, is she 6-star or is she 5-star? Is she built?
Oh, I couldn't see because the effect of the... Yeah.
Okay, we've gone with the
I
Linglo.
do think if it is Shada, it will be straight banned.
Okay, we're going with the no damage comp. I do think all his big DPS had been taken. So,
what if Kraken gets banned? What are we gonna do?
Well, we just slow play it and out heal them. So we ban the Messiah.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is gonna be. Listen, I'm not liking it because we've got the Tiamat who can heal, but. Hey, if we can out-heal this and somehow clutch a win, it's huge. But I do think this is the problem with early game doing these tournaments is your roster is very, very limited. So, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get too much out. But we do have the double healer. We have cooldown decreases across the board everywhere. We've got 2 characters with cooldown decreases. If we can live this first burst...
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Linglo staying alive. We do have the very healthy Sonya, which is going to be able to revive, so that's fine. Probably going to use the turn meter fill on this one just to get ourselves topped off before the Tiamat. Okay, nice. I'll put my fat ugly mug on again.
I wondered why we switched the last minute off of Jada, because that would have been a fantastic pick.
My guess would have been that she was not quite built. Yeah, I think that's limited roster coming in there.
Does Tsukiyomi scale with defensing anyway? Are we going to see a DPS Tsukiyomi?
As crazy as it sounds, maybe banning Tiamat was the pick so that they had 0 sustain.
I could see that, yes. Because this Tiamat
That
is
shield is
basically
just
gonna
so
have
chunky.
free reign, yeah. Alright. The Born has the twin trick, I believe, yeah, and there is the
Yeah, it's
follow-up attack.
big damage in that
Nice
one.
Big damage. Oh my goodness, and down
Oh,
goes
that's
Lingo.
brutal. Yeah, we just got nothing to get through that massive shield. This is insane.
As soon as I saw the Doki Doki bit coming out, I was like, oh my good lord, what if Kraken's banned?
Yeah. And this is where Keker has been really good the entire tournament, is like, as soon as he sees what you play, he can just counterpick it. And so,
For sure.
yeah, and
And
there it comes.
that's it.
Very, very, very respectable. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get Jack back in here. So I'll call you back.
Hello.
Hey. All right, where's Tomias? Was that Jada built or was she not built?
No, I only got 3 DPS, and he banned one and took 2
Yes.
of mine. So there's no game to play.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I did know you had the really well built Gray, because I know you've slapped me with him before. And then you had the Tiamat and you had the Messiah, and once those were gone, I was like, I think he's got nothing left. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Keker was doing pretty well with those those drafting phases across the board. But Jack, really appreciate you coming on, getting involved in this for a little bit of fun. And like I said, I think I was super surprised, like, because when we had a call, and once again, massive shout out to you. Like, we've had a call, gone through a bunch of feedback in the game, very receptive, which I really do appreciate. But when you told me on that call, like, who you were in game, and like you were actually pushing, I was thoroughly impressed that you actually play the game. And because you mentioned it when we had our interview a while ago, that you guys are actually players of the game, and that's like one of your main driving factors. But when I saw you and you're actually like pushing the game, that was what was really impressive to me. So massive props to your efforts in the beta as well. Very impressive work. Is there anything else you wanted to cover, Tomias?
No, I just think it's amazing to have game producers that, of course, join us in the community and participate in these events. So yes, thank you very much. I am super excited for the full release of the game. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I think that's the general sentiment. I'm just really sad that I'm going to lose my Lily that I've put so much effort into this beta. But you know, sometimes it happens. Now, Jack, who carried your account in the beta? What character was like your best character?
Yeah, I think you already see it's Gray and Messiah.
Yeah,
So
just the
this is
massive damage.
Yeah. So if you have these two, and actually the thing is, I watch a lot of players and check the battle record. I just see how diverse and different players have their different build strategy. So I think that's the most happy thing the whole dev team want to see. Even in the arena, we see we just like we shared before. We just want to build a more diverse team and not just everyone use the same team. So I think we are kind of achieve that goal, at least in the beta. But of course, I also see in the community a lot of players are asking if there will be some balancing adjustment. So I would say, of course, so that's why we do this beta. So in general, we think the game is balanced, because otherwise we won't have that so many different kinds of builds. But of course, there are some characters maybe slightly too strong, and some of their skills a little bit OP, and some characters maybe a little bit weak. So based on these test results and all the data we got, we will do some adjustment and balancing before the official launch. Of course, we will do a hyper talk and introduce some new content and new events in the official launch, and also we will release the patch note before the official launch. So again, so thank you all the players who participate in this beta, and thank you very much for your support, and I hope you will support Etheria when we go official launch, and we will listen to you, and we really hope this game will go very long, and we will hold more events, and we will have EWS. So if players want to play this PvP like this amazing players, please follow our official community, and looking forward to your performance in the future.
That's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
yes, once again, and there's like in the beta, you can find the link to the EWS as well, to the esports tournament in there as well. Really good to see. So we will be getting balance changes, but you will be giving us the patch notes before the release of the game, so we can analyze what we think we want to do with our strategies moving into it. So that's a good one to know, that we will at least see the patch notes. We'll be able to theory craft things and get into it from there. So Jack, once again, massive shout out to you coming on. Really appreciate the sportsmanship of coming in and getting involved in this. Tamias for organizing everything to do with this stuff, because if you guys have seen any Tamias Cups before, you know that Tamias does everything, and I just sort of just come along and get involved. So massive shout out to you, to Tamias, for all the organization and everything like that. It's been awesome. I think that's a good place to actually end the stream and cut it off. The event was massive. Once again, massive congrats to all the competitors, and to Keker for actually coming away with the win, undefeated across 2 days. Is there any other final shout outs you want to give, Tamias?
No, just thank you, all of you guys, for being here on stream, of course, for this wonderful game and the opportunity to do the Tamias Cup. We'll, of course, have another Tamias Cup when the game fully launches, so look forward to that. And for the EWS, you can find more information. They posted a Twitter post as well with how you can participate. Anyone can essentially make it, and it's going to be a good esport environment.
Definitely. Well, guys, that is going to be it for this stream. Massive shout out to everyone for attending, everyone for competing in these tournaments, and everyone who participated in the beta and gave me a couple wins in the arena. But as always, guys, we will see you in the next one. Later.
All right. See ya.
All right. Stream's ended. There we go. All done.
All right.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Hey, Jack, that first game was really close, mate. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was very well played.
Wait, let me just...
Okay, thank